Thank y'all for joining us today. I decided that I just wanted to get started a little earlier today just to kind of do an introduction on what this series is going to be about. And so if you're interested in joining on the next series, I want to do more of a Q&A. And that's the purpose of me making this video right now, is so that next week when we get on, you can actually do the Q&A. You can have some questions, and we can kind of go deeper into the subject and more into the content, and maybe get more into the exact issues that you're going through. That maybe we can solve those issues and help you move forward. So I'm going to share my screen here. Let me see how to do this. So our series this month, or for the next 4 weeks. Let me just log in here real quick so I see this is all right. The series that we're going to be going over the next 4 weeks is the concept of born hustler, right? We've all, if you've, a little bit about my story is my dad passed away. He took his life when I was 3 years old. My mom and I and my sister moved from a small town, population 15,000 to population 300,000, and it was a big environment transition. And for a long time, I could never really adapt because it was just so much different stuff going on. I had problems in school. I had problems learning. Had drug issues. Get involved with the wrong people. All those issues were just added to the stress and the anxiety that was given to me by transitioning to a different environment. But what it did was it actually strengthened me, and it actually made me a stronger person, because I had to go through more difficult stuff at a younger age. So as I got older, I was okay with going through these difficult things. And so you can say that I was, I thought of myself when I was younger as like a born hustler, because I was, involved with the wrong things. And I was addicted to like fast money and that fast lifestyle. I thought that was the lifestyle that was going to get me ahead. And I thought that was a lifestyle that was going to make me wealthy, that was going to make me rich. Because when I was younger, I just wanted to be rich. I didn't know nothing about wealth. I didn't know nothing about assets. I didn't know nothing about any of that. I thought that being a hustler was the way to make a living, and that you can have anything you want by being a hustler, right? And so I wanted to go deeper into that, because I know there's some people that might be transitioning because they might have been raised by the streets, and they might have had that, that kind of what is it? What a book street smart versus book smart kind of mentality, right? I'm street smart. People say that I'm street smart. I'm not very book smart, right? Well, as you transition, as you get older, the hustle mentality it's not as effective as it was when you were younger, and there's a lot because of that, right? Because the hustler mentality, like you're just a go-getter, and you're just kind of like going every day. You're almost like being reactive to whatever comes up, and you're just kind of dealing with it head on, right? So let me get into the next slide here. So actually, like, check this out. A hustler, like, by definition, is one who obtains money by fraud or deceit, scammer, swindler, right? So this is like a true definition of a hustler, right? And so let's talk about the slang that we know, the the Urban Dictionary, right? This is the actual dictionary, but let's go to the Urban Dictionary. Urban Dictionary: a hustler is a way one lives his life, goes out on the streets or wherever, makes some money, works hard at it. Hustle is not lazy, consistently out earning money, gets the money by using the smarts, outcunning people, has ambition, right? Like so this is the hustler. This is the hustler that we kind of adapted, right? We're not the fraud, the scammer. Yet there are some hustlers that are frauds and scammers, but I'm talking about the hustler as in, the ambition, that we're not lazy. We're gonna get up and go get it. We're gonna figure out what needs to happen to get it done, right? What that means that you have a strong willpower, and it means that you have you have an act for motion. You have an act for taking action on things. You don't like to sit around and wait. Like, you just like to take action. That's actually a strength. It's actually a strength that you can apply in business as you get older, right? But as you get older, the strength that you have, like, you're not lazy, you have ambition, you're a go-getter, right? Those will kind of get you going, but you're going to need to acquire other skills to really be successful. Being a hustler will get you into the door. The best example I can give you about, if you were to say who would you say that was a hustler, like Urban Dictionary hustler, that actually made it, so I can kind of get a visual of what that looks like. And I'm gonna use the example of Jay-Z, right? Because Jay-Z started off in the projects. He started off, selling drugs, and he was that hustler, right? Think about it. If he would have just said, you know what, I'm just gonna keep selling drugs, and I'm gonna keep doing this because I'm making money, right? How long do you think he would have lasted? How long do you think he would have lasted as an adult, right? He probably would have been in jail or dead, right? So that mindset only got him so far, where he knew he had to transition, and that's what the 4 series is going to go about. That's what we're going to go about in this 4 series that I'm going to share with you in these 4 weeks. So I'm going to dive deeper in the next 4 in the next 4 series. I'm just going to give you all a little introduction to this, and if y'all are more interested in this, I really want y'all to be prepared for next week with some questions, because I would like to get some of y'all's questions. What I'll do is I'll put my email below, where you can just email me some questions, and I'll kind of answer some of those questions. Send in your questions. I'll randomly pick some questions, and I'll address those questions. If you want to come live, if you want to get on live, we can go over that, and we can figure out how to help you transition whatever situation you're in. So look, we're going to first do a skill inventory. And what that is like I said, if you're a street hustler, you have ambition, you have, you have a dream, like you want something bigger. So you're out there hustling, right? You have willpower. You're maybe a little bit fearless, right? Because you're taking these chances. So those are skills. So we're going to do a skill inventory, right? We say, okay, these are your current skills. How far will these skills get you? Because you're going to need to acquire some new skills. So we're going to say, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do a skill inventory, and then we'll say, okay, where do you want to go? We're going to find a destination. Where's the destination you want to go? Because if you expect to go from here to over here, you're going to need these different skills. You understand? If you're a street hustler and you're out there getting it and you're making money, but you say, man, you know what? I want to open a business. I think I can do good in business. Okay. Well, if you want to open a business, these are the skills that you need to start to acquire. Look at Jay-Z. He understands business now. He wasn't naturally born with those skills. He had to learn those skills. And if you study Jay-Z, he had a lot of mentors, and he did a lot of studying. He invested a lot of money into himself because he knew that he had to acquire some new skills. And what did he do? He found people that had those skills, and he tapped into them and said, you know what? I want you to help me acquire these skills because this is where I want to get. So he had someone hold him accountable. skill level, right? So right now, based on the skill level that you have, you're earning a certain amount of income, right? And so now we gotta say, okay, if you want to increase your income, we gotta develop better skills, or we need to sharpen your skills, because the skill level that you're at right now is compensating. Basically, what it is the skills that you have, the marketplace is compensating for you for those skills. So, like I said, the skills that you currently have, the marketplace is compensating you for that. The marketplace is paying you for that skill. Okay. So if you're lacking skills, you're probably not getting paid too much in the marketplace. You understand? So we need to figure out what skills, where your skill level is at, and then we need to start to developing those skills. How do we transition? So that's gonna be the next 4-week series on how do we transition, and everybody's gonna be different because everybody's at a different skill level. Everybody has different skills. Everybody's at a different place, and so we'll have to do an inventory of that. Once we do an inventory, we know where we're at. So it's almost like you're gonna do an inventory on a store. You gotta go in there and see where the store is at, and figure out what it needs. Maybe it might have too much of something. Maybe it might not have enough. So we got to go in there, do an inventory, and we're gonna say, okay, let's kind of look at the bigger picture now and see what we need to change up. So these are just some of the basic things that will help you transition. Because look, I guarantee you, if you're a hustler right now and you're just grinding it out, and you're like, man, I'm a hustler, right? You're not really focused on wealth. You might be focused on the short term reward. Maybe the quick cash. You go out and spend it. You're just like living this fast life, or you don't really have no wealth strategy set in place. You don't really know what kind of wealth you're going to create, because this is the way it happens, right? As you get older. Think about this. Right now, you can work. If you're younger, you can probably say, you know what? I can work 80 hours. I can work 100 hours. I can work Monday through Friday. I'm good to go, right? But as you get older, your body starts to come into play. You know what I'm saying? Your body starts to come into play. If your health is not right, you're going to be off. So I'm going to talk about wealth first. So wealth is going to be, are you looking to get into real estate investing as one way to kind of help build your portfolio, you build up your assets. Basically what assets are is it's a possession of something that's valuable, whether it be like stocks, it'd be a real estate, a business, even relationships. Connections is an asset, because with connections you can do a lot of things. Different investments, I put that on there, but what's going to be what do you want to what kind of wealth do you want to build? What kind of wealth do you want to build? And so a little bit about me, like I can share with you a story. Like, so I had the shop. So the shop was before we branded the shop. I asked myself, I said, what kind of wealth am I building? And so I had a business. I was probably, one of those hustlers, man. I said, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna make this money. I'm good. I had money, but I didn't have no wealth. And I said, man, you know what? What kind of wealth am I building? Like, what am I building? What am I doing? Because the business was a small business, and if something happened to me, the business was gonna be, it was gonna be gone, right? I said, man, what am I building? What am I doing? What am I doing with all my time? And what am I doing with all my money, with everything that I'm doing? Because I'm putting in these hours of work, but what is it going to? Like, what is it building? And so when I took an inventory, I wasn't building nothing. I had some nice cars, but the cars go down in value every year. You know that. Like, I wasn't building nothing that was like going to be like massive. Whenever I understood this, it made me open my eyes, and it said, man, you know what? Like, you need to start to do something with, the time and the money that you're putting into every day, because, we put in a lot of work. Like if you work a lot, you work a lot, you bust your ass, you have money, maybe you spend money, maybe a lot of bills, and you don't have any money to invest in anything. And that's discouraging, but you can change that. It's all a matter of you saying, you know what, I really want to do this. It's almost like don't wait till a crisis happens before you decide to do something. Please don't do that. Like, now's the time to take action. You don't want to wait for a crisis. Man, you know what? Now I'm gonna start doing something. Now it's time. Like, you don't have to start to do that. Health, right? So let's talk about your health really quick. The health is going to be important because your diet right now, you want to say, okay, how can I maximize my energy level, and how can I keep it consistent? Because you don't want to be like a one-hit wonder. You don't want to just have one good year, because that one year you're eating good, you're working out, like you're really taking care of your body, you got a lot of energy, you're really motivated, you had a good year. After you made, like, you start to go downhill, right? You start to eat, you have a little bit more money, so now you start to eat a little bit more. Now you start to not go to the gym as much. Now you stop kind of studying as much because you have a little bit of money, you feel a little bit comfortable, you're getting complacent. That's a form of crisis. That's a form of crisis, because you're allowing this to kind of start to build up. So what is your mental state? Like, mental state is really important, because nowadays, we live in an environment where everything's going 100 miles an hour. Your phone, your TV, the TikTok, the YouTube, like everything, like, is going 100 miles an hour. Like, are you taking time to really process everything, and taking time for yourself, and saying, you know what, like, I need time to really just go over my day. I need time to plan out what I'm going to build. I need time to plan out, which direction I'm going. Am I going in the right direction? Do I need help? Like, what kind of help do I need? Who can I reach out to? Like, all that stuff is important. Time alone is going to be, out of all these right here, time alone is probably going to be one of the top, because time alone really allows you to process everything. I guarantee you, if you were to take an hour, like, turn off your phone, get a tablet out, and really just write down, like what you want your life to look like. Like, what do you want to build? Like, what do you want to be known as? What pisses you off? Like, what pisses you off where, like, it just makes you so mad where you just want to get up and go to the gym? It makes you so mad where you just want to go to work and, like, just, dominate. Like, is it something that your teacher told you? Maybe your parent told you, maybe a friend, maybe a coworker, maybe an ex, someone that told you that something that really pissed you off, that really got under your skin. Use that energy. Use that energy to drive you and say, I'm going to prove them wrong. They said I wasn't going to do anything. I'm going to prove them wrong. So use that. Schedule, right? So let's talk about your schedule. What does your daily routine look like? Like, are you just kind of going with the flow, and whatever happens, and you're just kind of all over the place? Or do you have something? Do you kind of try to plan your day out? Do you have one of the best things that you could probably do, and it's very simple, is get a tablet or something. Get a tablet and just write down 3 things that are most important for you that you got to do each day. Write down 3 things that are most important to you to do each day. And what I mean by that, let me see if I can do it. What I mean by that is this looks too big. Sorry about that. What I mean by getting a tablet out and writing down 3 things that are most important for you. Like if you say, you know what, these 3 things are going to be most important as long as I get these things done. That could be working out. It could be going over your finances. It could be calling someone, like whatever 3 things that you know, hey, if I do these 3 things today, I'm going to feel like I had a productive day. That's all you got to do. And make sure you do those things first. Do those things first, get them knocked out. And I guarantee that'll start to build something in you. You'll have like some dopamine release. You'll have some kind of energy release and say, man, you know what? I accomplished something because I got these 3 things done. If you do those things every day, write down 3 things. Hey, I got to do these 3 things. I got to do these 3 things each day. Give me some water. Oh, I got to do these 3 things each day. Yeah, so I want to do these 3 things. If I get these 3 things done today, then I'll be good. Try that. See if that works for you. Value your time. Don't be dragged around everywhere. Don't be dragged around everywhere, man. You know what's crazy is like during the day, if I like I'm working, I rarely like answer my phone or do like a bunch of texting. Like only if it's like family or I know something important, I'll reply or I'll answer because I'm busy. I'm working on building the empire. I'm working on building the wealth. I'm working on building, and I want to focus on the building while I'm doing that. I don't want to be distracted by a call or something that someone calls me. Hey, I need a ride, or like take an Uber, man. Come on, man. Let's get it together. Can you bring me food, man? Order some food. Try to systemize anything you can to value your time. Like for example, like you could say Sunday. You know what I've noticed? Like on Sundays, a lot of people go to the grocery store on Sundays, or a lot of people go to the laundromat on Sundays. Because I used to go to the laundry. We used to go to the laundromat every Sunday, like with about 9 baskets of clothes, and we would be there all night. And man, I remember those days. And you know what? Back then, I was so like I wasted so much energy. I mean, imagine now if I like now, I would love to do that. I don't have to do that, but I would love to go to the laundromat for hours and just study, because you're going to be there and you're just going to study and you're just going to learn something. So every Sunday, man, I'm going to get 3 hours of studying in. I'm going to dominate. But value your time, man. If there's anything you can do to get back more of your time, do that. For example, like if you're gonna like groceries, like order your groceries, like try to delegate some things, have people do certain things for you that will give you back more time. That's going to be pretty valuable. That's a pretty valuable thing if you can do that. Time block. That's kind of the same thing with time alone. Time alone and time block are 2 different things. Time alone is like time for yourself and for you to really like focus on your thoughts, review your goals, your mission. Like what am I doing? Like why do I feel like this? And really go deeper and try to understand yourself. It's the first step of self-mastery. So time alone is going to get you moving forward to self-mastery. Self-mastery is a whole different thing. We won't go into that on this one. But time blocking is like, let's say if time blocking is good for work, time blocking is good for, say, you know what? Like for example, I time block my days, like Mondays from 9 to 11. That's financials, like finance stuff. I'll go through the finances and like review all that stuff. And then after lunch, I'll go over finance some more. Tuesday, I'll go over finance in the morning if I have to. And then I'll go into marketing stuff for the business. And I kind of time block those things to make sure I'm giving those the right amount of time and not jumping around. So time blocking is going to be good for especially if you're kind of all over the place. Try to time block. Say, you know what, from 9, and try to give yourself 45-minute sessions. And with that, what I mean by that is like go 45 minutes and then take a break. Go 45 minutes, take a break. I was doing this this training with a CPA, and man, we were going like hours. Like we went like 2 hours just going like we're going over information, and I had to stop. I was like, dude, I need to take a break. Like, I honestly was like gonna say, dude, let's finish up tomorrow. But I took a break and I got up, I walked around, I drank sparkling water, I went outside, I got some air, and I got my blood flowing again. And then I was ready. I was like, dude, let's go. I'm good to go. Let's finish up. And so we went another 3 hours. But it was good because I took those breaks. And I noticed when I took the breaks, I was able to go because my mind was kind of getting fogged up. So goals, right? Goals is going to be very important because the goals are going to keep you moving in a direction. You don't want to be a hustler going in circles because you're just going to get older and you're going to get burnt out. You're going to get tired. And if you don't have a goal, if you don't have something you're fighting for, a mission, it's going to lead to self-destruction. There's a law called the law of self-destruction, where you become too comfortable. You have a little bit of money where you're kind of, you're not starving and you're just in a comfortable thing, right? You like your warm bed, like you have all this stuff, right? You have your tea and you have all this stuff. You're just real comfortable. And so then you get bored and you get bored. That starts to lead to the law of self-destruction, where you start to kind of do some unethical things. You start to like kind of just kind of go over the limits, right? You might, that's where a lot of people like they mess around. They'll start to experiment with drugs. They'll just start hanging around with the wrong people because they're bored and they're just looking for something because they don't have a mission. They don't have a mission anymore. They don't have no goals. So they get bored and then they start to hang out with the wrong people, or they start to get involved with the wrong things. And then that's the self-destruction. So goals is going to be short, personal goals, your team goals, short-term goals, and long-term goals. And those are going to keep you going forward, and they're going to help you transition from the street smarts to the more book smart. Because as you start to go into this transition, you're going to have to learn new skills. For example, like health, right? You can say, okay, I want to get healthier. So you're going to have to learn how diets work. What kind of diet do I need to be on? How do I understand my energy level? You're going to have to learn those skills, right? How do I get my mindset right? You're going to have to learn those skills. What about, I want to build wealth. I want to get into real estate. How do I invest in real estate? You have to learn that, right? How do I start a business? How do I grow my business? So you're gonna have to learn those skills. So see, you're gonna have to learn new skills to get higher up on the ladder. So that's what we're trying to get at here. What skills, or where do we want to go, so we can figure out, okay, what skills do I need to punch in so that I can focus on those skills? That way it gets me to this destination. So, hey guys, I'm going to leave the link below. If you're new to the channel, give us a subscribe to the channel. We're going to do a 4-week series. So this is going to be Born Hustler. And I mean, it's true, man. We if you're born in this, if you were raised in the streets, you got a little bump right there from the gym yesterday. We're doing some, my eye looks like black a little bit. See it? From the jiu-jitsu gym yesterday. I was going banging with those guys out there. But man, if this is if you're watching the channel, please subscribe. The channel is basically for entrepreneurs, business owners, technicians looking to transition, maybe someone in a vocational trade looking to transition, different business skills, mindset. Like the thing said, it's just let me show you the front again. This is going to be our series this week. Business, life, and income. That's what it's about. Business, life, and income. So subscribe to the channel. My email is actually right here. Look on the bottom of this flyer. Stan Medina. info@massiveaction.com. That's our email. If you have any questions, email me your questions. And next week, we can go over some of those questions, man, because I don't want to just talk about what I want to talk about. I want to talk about what information you would like to hear me talk about. That way we can talk about that. And that way you're not, hoping that you hear something about something that you're going through. They say, hey, Stan, how do I do this? How do I deal with this? I'm looking to do this. How do we do this? What are your recommendations? Let's just dive into it. And let's just try to go to the pain point and figure out what we got to do to get you moving forward. So once again, man, if subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get 1,000 subs by, I think we can get 1,000 by December. I think we can do that. If we work together, the Massive Action crew, I think we can probably do that. So I appreciate y'all's support, and I'll see y'all next week. All right. Next week, we'll do it at 7. This week, I just kind of wanted to give y'all the introduction, and I want y'all to be more prepared for next week. That way y'all have the questions and y'all have all that stuff. We can do some Q&A and stuff like that and dive deeper into it, guys. All right, guys, next week.